up, YouTube? Going to be doing a little review of this folding pocket stove I got from Academy. It's one of the fuel cubes that comes with it. Go ahead and hit it with 2 cups of regular tap water. Nothing special there. Earlier today I was trying to do this, but I'll talk about that in a second. Let me go ahead and get this stove lit. It doesn't light off of a spark. You do need a flame. See if that stays lit. Now, earlier today we didn't have a wind issue over here at my house. Now we're out the woods and everything. Wind has picked up a little bit. Got the cube lit. 2 cups of water. Go ahead and put it on at 1 minute. 1 minute. We'll see how this goes. Cube's lit. Water's on. Now, like I was saying earlier, I had foil on the cup. I built a new stove inside of my canteen. Not my canteen, but my mess kit I carry. My little whole stove is in there. We'll go over that real quick. I use alcohol stove most of the time. That's the alcohol. That's just some filters. My squishy cup. It's my alcohol stove. Made that myself. Videos on YouTube. As I showed in my gear kit, I got this new little hobo stove. I wanted to test it. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's kind of hard to screw one of these up, but I went ahead and tested it anyway. And I had some treated wood, little chips that I was using, so I didn't want to put those harsh chemicals all over my pot. They stain the piss out of it. So I decided I was going to foil it, and I left the foil on. And so I think that played a little factor. We was also trying to do 20 ounces of water. This is at 16. It's been on for 1:20. Nothing's changed yet. But these little stoves are good. They only work with a fuel source. They're not really like built for wood. So found these alternate fuel sources. These are fire nuggets. You can buy them at hardware stores in the fire starting section for your household chimneys. It's a little bit bigger than it won't fit inside the stove like normal fuel does, but I'm going to try to cut the top off. These will burn for 15 minutes like this. I figure if I cut the top off, I shouldn't be messing with too much of that time. I don't know how long these are supposed to burn for, but you know, we'll give it a shot. It's burning pretty good now. It's been on for 2 minutes. Nothing up top yet. Y'all haven't seen these little mess kits. They're pretty cool. Bought mine on eBay. They do sell this brand at Academy, my sporting goods store, but it's the top. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the top open for this experiment. The one at Academy that my Academy has right now is it's a wider one. I didn't want that, so just trying something new, something to go over. Alcohol stove really works good for me. It's not good for long burns. 1 ounce of fuel. I usually bring in 2 ounce containers. 1 ounce of fuel usually does me good because it'll boil 2 cups of water for over 3 minutes. I can purify water with 1 ounce of fuel. It's Bella. It's Daisy. They messy dogs. Got my yard all erect. So got a little steam coming off. Nothing up top yet. Yeah, this morning I used the stove this morning, but like I said, the wind wasn't an issue, but we was doing a little bit too much water. I just winged it. I looked in there and it was about 20 ounces. The foil, I think, played a major factor. That whole vapor barrier couldn't have been good. So We got a decent amount of steam coming off now. Like to see how well this goes. Fuel cube does not seem to be sooting up the pot or anything. Burning pretty clear. There's another thing about this. This is made with food grade wax. So from what I'm understanding, and do your own research, of course, it's safe to cook with. I find, at least. Of course, I won't be cooking over an open flame. It's always going to be just basically boiling water. I mostly eat out of plastic bags. I built a little koozie out of 2 regular squishy koozies, unsewed them halfway and duct taped them together. A little ghetto, but it works great. Last night for dinner out at the camp, I had Idaho potatoes. Those are really popular. A lot of people like that. But 2 cups of water, boom, pour it straight in the bag, mix it up. Got a plate right there. Eat it straight out the bag. Dispose of the bag how you wish. Some people burn them, some people save them for later. That's y'all choice. Got a good bit of steam coming off now. You know, got the little bitty bubbles at the bottom. Nothing rolling yet. It's been on for 5.5 minutes now. I'm just using the time, y'all. I don't edit or anything like that yet. So I'm just looking at the time we're spending recording. Sorry about that. One day I'm going to have to get some tips from y'all on editing. I surely could use them. Most of the stuff I shoot with my phone and I put it directly on YouTube. I proof it barely. But just getting into this. I do a lot of camping. I got a lot of cool, different type of gear. I've made some of my own stuff. I have my own sleeping bag that I have a couple of different sleeping bags I use. I've made my own tent. I've made my own bivy sack, hammock. I have a store-bought hammock because Southeast Louisiana, we have a lot of mosquitoes. I mean, it's awful down here sometimes. So I got a mosquito net hammock. Also sold at Academy. I built the rain fly for it. Couldn't really find an affordable rain fly. Made mine for about $10. I'll review that one day. But I mean, they're on YouTube already, but mine's pretty neat. So got that going on. If I get a couple of likes and y'all actually start liking a little bit of this, I'm gonna go ahead and probably purchase a camera with a little tripod. Do a little better quality stuff for y'all. Getting a couple decent bubbles. Not a big alcoholic. Get these donated from my stepmother. Thank you. Thank you. She works at a casino and they go through them like crazy. So, they just throw them out. Make great little stuffed sacks, little bags. The cube looks, not really great at judging this yet, but probably about halfway burnt, I would say. Or maybe a little more. We're getting some sound. Now, I think if you take this cube and you kind of poke it a little bit, or try to lift it up a little bit, about halfway through, you'd probably get a little more life out of it. I'm not going to disturb it at all. I go with full intention of how it was intended to use, which I believe is just you let it sit there. I think the standard is about 2 cups of water for most people's tests, so that's what I'm going to try to go with. We got a little bit of boil going on at the bottom. The wind is playing with us a little bit, but went ahead and created a bottom. See if that might affect us a little bit. Seems the wind's picking up. I mean, it's right there. It's on the verge of boiling, but would be good for heating up water, that's for sure. Cube's still there, still putting out a flame. So, I mean, it's been 12 minutes. Not extremely impressed with these cubes. So what I'm gonna do is, I mean, 12 minutes is too long. I can my alcohol stove, primes in 1-2 minutes. Probably say 6 minutes later I'm boiling. Usually burns about 10 to 12 minutes. But I boil my water and everything. For purification purposes, that's what I carry. My little, I don't necessarily call it a survival kit, but I carry a little small amount of gear in the woods with me while I hunt. Things I'm going to need, things that'll make me get through a night if I ever get lost. So, inside of that kit, I usually keep 2 ounces of fuel, stainless steel water bottle, the stove. I don't really bring food to cook because I don't want to have to waste my water. So I just bring some snacks that'll help me get through. Water filtration, obviously. I mean, I'm going to boil my water. Down here, we don't have no raging water or anything like that. We don't have any good springs. Everything's stagnant. So I do a little basic filtering with whatever means necessary. And then sometimes I'll chemically treat and boil. Sometimes I just boil. It's a little overkill, but it's better than being sick. There's so many parasites down here because the water's so stagnant. And main thing's water. Shelter's not that big of an issue. It's December right now. In shorts, Crocs. Yesterday it was December 2nd. It was 70 degrees at 6 o'clock at night. It dropped down to maybe 55 throughout the night. So we don't get cold here. I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off, and I'll show you the other cube next. Thanks for watching. Bye.